Today, we are going to discuss Houston versus Baltimore Part 2, Playoff Edition. The key to beating the Houston Texans and shutting down CJ Stroud. A reporter begs the question of the Ravens' validity as a team. And the press conference from earlier this afternoon, and Lamar Jackson lets people know a few things.
I'm very confident. Very, very confident. Extremely confident.
So sit back, relax, and stay tuned for what's to come next. After a few days of inclement weather, the Baltimore Ravens finally discover who their divisional round opponent is going to be. Now, for this weekend, we thought that Sunday we were going to find out, but up in Buffalo, they had kind of a blizzard, a snowstorm that postponed the game until Monday afternoon. And with the Buffalo Bills taking out the Pittsburgh Steelers, we now know that the Baltimore Ravens will face CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans for what he's done with this team as a rookie head coach with a rookie quarterback. But the accolades, the celebration, all of that is coming to a screeching halt this Saturday at 4:30 p.m., where the Baltimore Ravens begin their ascension to the Super Bowl and the 2023 NFL title. If you remember, the Baltimore Ravens took on the Houston Texans in week 1 of the NFL season. Now, I've had a bunch of Houston Texans fans hit me up and say, this is such a different team. It's going to be a different outcome. Just watch, you wait and see. There have been a lot of pundits and prognosticators and publications that said that the Houston Texans were actually going to win this game just because of the Baltimore Ravens history. But I say to those people, and I say to the Houston Texans fans, respectfully, back up, because here's the reality. The Baltimore Ravens won that game 25-9. Get it. CJ Stroud's first game. D'Amico Ryans' first game. Offensive line, injuries, decimation. Understand it all. But right now, your wide receivers aren't healthy. And to me, the Baltimore Ravens are a different team as well. If you look at that first game, how much better can CJ Stroud get? He was 28 of 44 passing, I believe. He had 242 yards through the air. No turnovers. Give him that much. And even though he's improved dramatically throughout the season, how much better is he really going to get? He might add a touchdown in there. He may add 2 touchdowns in there. Against this defense, it's highly unlikely, but it could happen. So that's 14 points. But if we conversely look on the other side, Lamar Jackson had under 200 yards passing. If I'm not mistaken, he had 179 yards passing. Now, this team is structured differently than it was week 1. New offensive coordinator, no preseason. We gelled and we've come together as an offense. Also, I think Todd Monken has finally learned how to call plays for this team, how to call plays for this group of individuals. So I don't think that Lamar Jackson's going to go out here and have sub 200 yards passing. I just don't see it. As much as you want to scream and shout to the rafters how different your team is, do not forget our team is different as well. Our defense is a lot better. The young guys have come into their own. We lead the league in sacks. We lead the league in pressures. We lead the league in forced turnovers. We got the hat trick. So let's not act like that the Texans are the only team that has bettered themselves. Also, we are rested because we've had a week off to get healthier as a team and get some of our guys back. Houston, they have not been able to do that. And also, guess what? This time you will be without Tank Dell, who to me, shout out Nico Collins, praise everything that he's accomplished this season. He's balled out. But to me, Tank Dell was your best receiver. I think he and CJ had this chemistry, which him and Nico are building right now, but I just think they had a better chemistry, and you don't have him this time around. So what are you going to do then? I understand that you're no longer running Damian Pierce. You're more into Singletary, but even still, I don't fear your ground game. And I'm not saying anything to disrespect the team. I just think that, yes, this time is going to be different. Yes, we won 25-9. This time it's going to be much worse, but we shall see. And speaking of this game, there is one secret weapon that we have in this game that I don't think anybody's paying attention to. I didn't pay attention to it as well until I saw an article the other day that kind of mentioned this. The Baltimore Ravens' secret weapon is an M&M, Mike McDonald, defensive coordinator. If you look at what he's done, because he's faced CJ Stroud in college, shut him down in college, shut him down this season. So he has experience drawing up plays to kind of counteract what CJ Stroud can do. He has experience going up against this quarterback at his Ohio State days when he had all of those talented wide receivers. he kind of kept him in check. CJ Stroud didn't beat him then. He didn't beat him this season. And I'm hoping that he does not beat him now. I was not always a believer, but Mike Macdonald, you got me. I keep forgetting you're not a grad student anymore, but you have won me over. I ain't gonna hold you. You are possibly the best defensive coordinator in the league. And I think that this shows because of the 6 interviews that you have lined up so far this offseason. I think he's taken a bunch of individuals and molded them into the best defense in the league. Cleveland statistically was the #1 team in the league, and CJ Stroud and them boys went and just went up and down the field on them. Now, I know somebody said, hey, it's because the cornerback play was atrocious and the defensive line had to kind of compensate for what the back end wasn't doing. I disagree, because the back end wasn't doing anything. The defensive backs got trounced. But as in all good offenses, when you find a weakness against a team, you exploit it, and that's what they did. They exploited Greg Newsome. He was a liability, and they kept going at him. It was up to the defensive coordinator to make those adjustments and protect that weak spot, and I think that's the one thing that Mike Macdonald has done. I think that is the reason that he has been catapulted from last season to this season, because last season there were times where he didn't have answers, we didn't have adjustments to what was going on, and I think he's been able to make those, shoring up those weak spots and compensating for the lack thereof. Because if you look at it going into the season, what was our biggest problem? What was our biggest concern? We had 2 concerns: pass rush and the defensive backs. Led the league in sacks, and I think we held our own. And a lot of that has to do with Mike Macdonald, his schemes, play of Kyle Hamilton, and the play of Brandon Stevens. Props to them, shout out to them, but I think it was Mike Macdonald's system above all else. So I think that he is our secret weapon in containing CJ Stroud, containing this Houston offense. And listen, we get this game, it's 1 win. This 1 win puts us in the AFC Championship game. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Mike Macdonald, I don't know what your future holds for you, but for right now, right here, do your thing and make sure you shut this team down. So we'll see what happens this Saturday. I can't wait. Have you ever had times where you were just reading some things or you heard a conversation and it rubbed you the wrong way? Like, you just saw something or heard something and was like, what? Who are you talking to? And it just hit you. It hits your spirit at the wrong vibration. It just struck a chord with you, and you're just like incensed. Like, you get really, really upset until you sit back and you think about what was said to you, and you're like, I mean, it's disrespectful to say, but I can kind of see it's just a smidge. I can kind of see what's going on. And then it hits you like, damn, is it true? Is that me? So I'm reading an article today. I'm on one of those websites. I'm reading an article, and it was an article giving his prediction for the Houston-Baltimore game. And he was going on and on about how he bet against Houston the whole season, and he had a terrible record betting against them. So he thought about the upcoming matchup and was like, should I go against what I've been doing? But more importantly, he says, and get this, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you what he said. He said, hey, the Baltimore Ravens are the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. If you know me, watch the channel, you know I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Everything that they stand for as an owner, a front office, quarterback, a record label, whatever. I hate them all. I hate that they call themselves America's team. Like, they coined their own phrase. Like, they gave themselves their own nickname. Like, I hate everything about this franchise. So you know I was elated when Dallas lost to Green Bay. And then he says this, and he's kind of killing my vibe. He's blowing my high. And then I thought about it for a minute, and I'm like, you have Dallas Cowboys, you have Dakota Rain Prescott, who is 2-5 in the playoffs. He has the worst playoff record of all qualifiers, minimum 5 games. And then I looked at the Ravens, and I said, we're 1-3. And if, don't think it'll happen. That's right, thumbs up. We're not losing this game. If we were to lose this game, Lamar Jackson would be 1-4, and that would put him in a qualifier as 5 games, and by virtue, he would have the worst record. And then I thought some more, and it's like, yeah, we have wonderful regular season records, just like the Cowboys. Like, we win during the regular season, put up outstanding numbers, look well as a team. But then when the playoffs start, we morph into this different animal. So to me, I had to pause for a minute because I thought, and I was like, damn, that is true. 4 playoff games, 1-3, we averaged 13 points a game. But then I snapped back to reality. I was like, snap back to reality. You know what? This is now a whole different team, different offense, different philosophy. But what if? If the Ravens lose this game, then we are equivalent to the Dallas Cowboys. But it's not going to happen. Listen, we got this. We've prepared for this. Lamar seems so focused and so ready. And I do think this season's been laid out for us. Everything has been put in front of us. It's like, follow the yellow brick road. Just take this path and it will lead you to the promised land. It'll lead you to prosperity and fortune and your Super Bowl ring. So even though it shook me to my core for a minute. I'm back now. I'm back. Negative thoughts out my head. It's not going to happen. But is that how we're viewed? Is our vision so skewed with our purple glasses that we can't see that other franchises or other fan bases look at us like the Cowboys? Like great regular seasons, gaudy numbers, become crunch time, we just ain't getting it done. Now that put a damper on my day. But once again, no. See it, you be it. Speaking into the atmosphere, it comes to fruition. So I'm putting it in the air right now. Ravens, blow them out. Give me an easy day. Keep my blood pressure down. Straight to the AFC Championship. And once this happens, I think we need to have the biggest party because they said he couldn't win. Everybody's looking towards Lamar to fail this season. They're like, oh, second MVP, but what is he going to do when? What's going to happen when this starts? And one game can change a whole lot. So to the writer of this article, screw you, pal. Screw you. We are not the Dallas Cowboys. We are the Baltimore Ravens. And Saturday at 4:30, starting at 4:30, we are going to show you exactly why.
Show him who you are!
Now, last but not least, the Baltimore Ravens had a presser today. Coach Harbaugh, Odell Beckham Jr., Roquan, and Lamar Jackson were supposed to speak. And to me, maybe I missed something. I was working, but I thought I only saw Harbaugh, Rowe, and Lamar. I didn't see OBJ. Did I miss it? Do I have to go back again because I thought that I'd win a second time? I didn't really see them say much. But essentially, to sum up what was said in the presser, we ready. We ready. We have a singular focus, and our singular focus is winning this game. And to me, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? The difference between years past is, and not to say or slight anyone else, we have total leadership on both sides of the ball. Before, we had Lamar leading the offense, and that was it. Defensively, we had some guys, but this year, we have Lamar leading the offense and Roquan leading the defense. Roquan led the defense last year in the playoffs, but Lamar was injured. So full complement of leadership, full complement of focus, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. These are some of the things that were said during the press conference, and it's actually got me pretty hyped, so check this out.
I'm ready for whatever right now. I'm very confident. Very, very confident. Extremely confident. Just keeping my mind focused on the assignment, not letting anything enter my mind, that'll mess up my thoughts for the game.
Pressure, hell, I don't feel pressure at all, but some do say pressure burst pipes will make diamonds. And hey, I know a lot of guys in there like diamonds, so I would say we're in the diamond making business. We know exactly who we are. We're a bunch of dogs at the end of the day, and a nicer way of saying it, and guys that, do anything for each other and try to, knock off anybody that's trying to stop that coming in between us in a sense.
And this is the reason why I know for a fact we are going to win on Saturday to face whomever, be it Kansas City, be it Buffalo, in the AFC Championship game, and we're about to do our thing. So appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure that you stop by, come back if you want more Ravens news, want to talk NFL, this is the channel for you. And on your way out, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. Make sure that you share this content, turn on the notification bell so you are aware when I come up with new videos. Being that this is the playoffs, and especially when we went on Saturday, I am going to become obnoxious with the videos. It's going to be, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Video after video, because I got some receipts and I got some gifts that I need to return. I got some packages that I need to send back. So I kept the receipts just in case I got to put them back. So make sure you come back, hang out with your boy. Might do a watch along on Saturday, not sure. But until then, it's your boy. And I'm out.